Shut up! Shut up! I know! Y'all gonna be like, oh great! Now he comes back with the Cookhouse story 8 days after. Actually, 9 days, depending on when I upload this, because it could be today or tomorrow, depending on my time. Anyway, when it comes down to the Cookhouse story, I know I've been trying to figure out a way to get the story going, and I know the direction of where we're going to go at now, especially with this episode, but it just taking a minute. All right, like, things in life has been stressful, but you know, I'm trying to still be here for y'all and do the best I can. Also, we are very close to hitting 1K, so that is absolutely great, and honestly I'm just ready to hit it by this point because I've been fighting for this for like a long time now. Anyway, I was finally able to get the Patreon money off the PayPal card that I have, and finally was able to give it to my mom for the bills. And it was kind of crazy because she was like, where did you get the money from? I was first like, don't worry about it, but then I ended up telling her where I got the money from. But pretty much, essentially, she was crying about it, and she was very thankful for everybody that was supporting. Even if you didn't have money and just shared and retweeted, that was honestly just as good as well. So, and she said she's praying for everybody that's going through everything that, you know, is everything going wrong with you guys, and pretty much wanted to say that hope that you guys will get what you want and get what you have been fighting for this entire time, and bless you and bless everybody that has been able to help out in some shape and form. So, you know, so that was some words coming from her. And personally from me, thank you guys for being honestly awesome and being able to help us out with, you know, the nonsense that's going on, because a lot of this is really stupid and I wish we didn't have to deal with it, but that's life. But 100% I do appreciate you guys, and honestly I'm really happy to be around you guys and you guys around me, because, you know, it's nice. In case you missed the last episode, basically what happened is I held Mukuro up at gunpoint. You know, Mikan and Junko was a thing, and essentially you also had Toko trying to tell me, you know, things are going to be okay, just need to focus on the future and fight for the future, and, you know, handle that nonsense. So, and then got some good coup out of Toko, so that was what happened. But anyway, let's continue onward. So we in the nurse office this time around, and Kodako is out here getting herself checked out before the play that she has to perform very soon. And so Kodako is just like, I hope you watch me at the play, Miss Nurse. And Mikan is just all like, I'll drop by as soon as I can. And then Mikan sits down on the infirmary bed, just taking a break, because, you know, dealing with kids is annoying. Honestly, a lot of adults and parents should know. Anyway, when it comes down to it, Mikan is just like, nursing is a tough job, but when nobody takes care of you, you need to take care of yourself. And so I'm just like speaking from experience. And Mikan goes on to say, a lot of people just don't care about each other nowadays. And so I just sit down with her, and I'm just like, nurses can be cruel too. One time, some kid tripped me up and jacked up my knee, and all the nurse did was just give me some healing bandages. And Mikan's just like, that's terrible. And I'm just like, that's assholes for you. And yes, that is an actual real story. So just to give you a quick little thing about that. So essentially, I was just walking to PE, you know, because that's what we were supposed to do. Then some kid tripped me up because they're an asshole, and then I pretty much was trying to shift blame on him, because it did happen. I effed up my own self, and essentially, you know, the coach at the time was like, you know what, F all y'all, just go ahead and sit down. So I'm out here being injured as freak, and then finally when PE was done, I could finally go back, you know, to class. And then I was telling the teacher, like, yo, my knee does not feel right, because it just feel like it's actually in pain. So I'm going to the nurse's office. I'm like, I don't think I can walk right. Like, something is not going well with this. And essentially the nurse like, you just probably trying to get out of class. I'm like, no, want me to kick you upside the head so you can get out this work? Like, I will do it. I don't care. My knee is not feeling right. And of course, because I'm a child, I was ignored. So I was literally limping my ass back to freaking class, and it went through the whole day. And this was like late in the day, but still, it still hurt like hell. So of course, because I was also one of the bus kids, I had to walk my ass up on the bus, and yes, that junk absolutely killed my knee. Also, I had to walk my ass all the way home. It was also killing my knee. Mikona's just like, I'm not one of them, am I? And I'm just like, no, you're not. And so Mikana is just like, I can do more than just nurse you physically. And then she climbs onto me and just like, I want to help you mentally and emotionally. So, she's already playing the mind games because, that's just how she is. Also, notice that Mikan is a lot more confident in herself this time around than she usually is. Keep that in mind as well. Anyway, when it comes to me and all this, with Mikan starting to try to get on top of me and starting to do stuff, I'm just like, I don't think smashing is gonna fix all this. And Mikan is just trying to shush me. It's just like, shut, boy, shut up. Then call it a nurse's intuition. And Mikan just like, don't think too much, just relax and enjoy my soft body. And so Mikan finally got the D. She got rejected last episode. Now she got it. That's just how it is. And good job, Mikan, honestly. So after we ended up smashing for a good minute, I was tired the hell out. Like, I was not the hell out. I was not ready to do anything else. I was just done. And so Mikan just like, my head is steaming. I'm going outside for a bit. And Mikan just walks outside. She didn't even care, right? Like, she went outside and even didn't even have she didn't even have her clothes on to set some underwear. That's all she had on. She didn't care. Anyway, but smashing Mikan just for funsies, it felt a little too good to be true. And, well, we were right. Because Junko was all of a sudden right there because her thought ass just be teleporting here and there, gosh darn it. And then basically she's just like, looks like you rode him good. And Mikan's just like, yes. And Junko continues on forward to be like, hope he enjoyed it. The spare drugs you put in your vagina is gonna be the last thing he'll feel. I know you're looking at me kind of weird right now, but shut up. This is story. Anyway, Mikan's just like, yes. And so Junko's just finally finishing all this up like, this time you're not getting... Wait, where's my Junko voice? This time, you're not getting out of this one. This time, you can kiss everything you love goodbye. And so, Mikan finally disengaging with her steamy ass, horny ass self, and despairful, lustful self. She's just like, thinking about what she just did, and now she's like, wait, I just smashed this boy. This is not good. And she's just like, what did I just do? And Junko's just like, let's give him a minute and clean yourself up. I don't want used cunts around me. After some time later, Toga finally comes into the infirmary for whatever reason, and I'm feeling a bit better after I had a good old smashing of Mikan. And essentially, Toga's just here to check in on me, see what's going on, and pretty much we have a dialogue. So Act 2 opens up with that, and essentially I'm just like, so basically Toga's trying to fill me in with what happened after the monitor cut off with Kaede's execution, and telling me all the stuff that she was trying to do. And essentially, I was like, you almost killed Junko if Mukuro wasn't there? And Toga was like, yeah, but she's the ultimate soldier, so I couldn't do much. But I almost had her. At least I got some of her blood. And I'm like to myself, oh my goodness. And you're thinking, I'm thinking about, damn, she actually almost got Junko. No, my brain is like, my gosh, she has a huge ass. Of course. Yes, thinking about the whole death with everything that just happened. Yes, for the last 2 weeks, mind you, as well. My focus is on Toga's ass. Granted, it is a nice piece of cake, but still, focus me. Anyway, Toga's just like, Jay? And I'm just like, oh, we'll get her next time. We'll get her. Anyway, Toga is just mustering up the courage to be like, I would do anything for you, right? Is there something on your mind? Is about me joining your harem? And I'm just like, no, it's not. I mean, well, I don't need you drawing blood on him, honestly. If that could be avoided, that would be nice. If you don't do that, then I can't honestly be your friend. And then she hesitates a little bit because, Toga's all about that blood. She wants some of that blood action. But she relents and finally says, fine, then I won't cut them. And then Toga just walks up to me and just like, I'll drink yours instead. And I'm just like, don't, lady, don't say it like that. Don't say it like that. That sounded a little too hot. Don't say it like that. Anyway, Toga just keeps going on with it, and she's just like, then, if I can't get your blood, then I'll suck something else. And I'm just like, that would be pretty ideal, if I'm being honest. And so Toga is like, as long as I get that, then I won't worry about blood then. And then she really gets in my face now, and she's like, I want everything of you. And I'm just like, okay. So she basically drags me to the bed, and you already know what's about to happen. After, a good while clapping the cheeks of Toga, which we did a lot of stuff with too, had a whole blowjob and, all bunch of good stuff that happened with that smashing scene. If you would like to see the uncensored version of that, Patreon is the way to go, because that is definitely those pictures are definitely added to the video, which you should totally go be a Patreon member if you want to see that blowjob scene ever, or any other stuff that we did with Toga. So, that's just how it is. But anyway, Toga and I just F for a really good while. But then, while I was smashing her, for whatever reason, the spare hits me, except it hits me even harder than it usually does. And I'm just like, what is this? And so the spare-filled voices were just screaming in my own head, and it was not getting good at all. It was so strong that even Toga felt the intensity of it and fainted. The spare kept yelling at him about all of this negativity and all sorts of negative things, and it just kept being worse. Like, this was way worse than this is way worse than the demanding despair. This is way worse, honestly. And so finally we get to Act 3, and the girls finally were able to find Toga in the infirmary room, and they found me as well. And essentially they brought me back to the club room to try to figure out what's going on. And they already know that, the spare was kicking in. So obviously they did the one thing that they should try to do while I'm still in control. Smash me to bits, because that's what worked before, right? While Toga was being watched over by Mona, everybody else in the club room, which consisted of Toko, Kaneko, and Lamine, they were just giving their all, but to no avail. Nothing is happening. And Toko is all like, we keep effing him and over, but nothing works. Is this something different? Otherwise, I don't know what the hell else I need to do. And Lamine is like, this is getting actually ridiculous. And Kaneko is just pleading with all her heart, just like telling Jay to fight it. You have to. And I'm just like, too in pain to not even be able to talk back to her even in the slightest of ways. And so Lamine in all this is just like, this is all Junko's fault. She should have never been in a safe haven. And then Lamine just looks back and sends somebody and just like, I'd really like it if you just go away. Haven't you done enough? And so yeah, Junko is just in the club room now. And essentially she just laid back, just chilling, just soaking all of that despair, negativity, and toxicness in. And she's just like, aw, you mad at me? Don't worry, I'm just here to watch you suffer. I wanted to take a look at the person who I was dealing with for the last 2 years on his final day. And Toko just like, what are you talking about? How are you planning now? And Junko's like, nothing. He's doing the work for me. And so the voices fill his head again, to the point Jay just like, I can't take it. And so despair just completely fills the room, except again, it's not the demanding despair, it's something different. Toko's just like, Jay, you have to keep calm. And I'm just crying at this point. I'm just like, I literally can't. And so Kaneko just screaming my name, and I'm just like, Kaneko, it hurts. And it just keep hurting even more, to the point more tears just come out my own eye sockets. And essentially Lamine is just like not being able to move either, and she's just telling Jay to fight harder. And essentially, not only was this entire room was taken over by despair, no, it was taken over the entire safe haven. Everyone in the safe haven ended up feeling it. The whole safe haven was compromised. and everyone was in despair had despair in their hearts. And now there is nothing but despair. Junko's plan is starting to come to fruition. I mean, hell, Lamine can't move. Junko is just fine with it. She doesn't really care because she is despair herself. Miss Sarutome is looking outside, looking at the damn colors and why it's not normal as it should be. Chiaki and Makoto are flipping out about all this entire stuff too. Just everything is going to crap, absolutely. And that is where we shall end the story for today. I know, right? Right at the pivotal moment? Asshole! I know. That's how you know, but that's how you know you're enjoying the story. Hopefully this time I can actually post it within maybe like 4 days with the next part. But anyway, when it comes down to it, yeah, this despair is absolutely different. It is far different than what we normally have seen when it comes down to it. And you're probably wondering as well, what truly is this despair? Well, the way I see it is, and the reason why it's this color is mainly because Junko always finds it fun to be in despair, or spread despair around, and she always have a fun, happy time with it. So why not pick something that's like a fun, colorful type of thing? And that's why I chose that that's why I chose that filter for, what's going on. For Junko, this looks like some happy ass fun time shit, but for everybody else, it's not. But yeah, hopefully you did enjoy this one. Hopefully people are still interested in the story, because I know it's taking a while to take these stories out, but again, real life is getting in the way of a lot of this. But essentially, hopefully you are enjoying these stories, because I still like making them. Even though they're really slow to come out. But still, hopefully you do. Hopefully you did enjoy this one. If you did, be sure to like, share, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and way out. Also follow me on Twitter, TikTok, and like to donate to the channel. Patreon and Ko-Fi is available as well. And so this is Boje signing off. Have a blessed day.